Let's not make fun of eating disorders just because cheese is a funny thing to only eat. I mean, this entire 55-minute sequence is going to be about that. So I'm just letting you guys know, you know, John cheese is too expensive. I think we've watched this before, actually. Haven't we? Maybe not. Insider food. We're going back to old school. Fun ass reacts. That's number one. It's been a while.
A wheel of Parmesan cheese can cost over $1,000. The average wheel weighs 88 pounds, which means it costs over $11 per pound.
God, I fucking love cheese so much.
That might
Parmesan
not
is
sound
so
like
good.
a lot, but it's more than double the price of your average cheddar. A wheel of Parmesan cheese takes at least 1 year to age, 131 gallons of milk to make, and it can only be made in a small area in northern Italy.
That weirdo Arab who got kidnapped in Haiti has his kidnapping videos out now. Insane reacts, to be honest. Thank you. That actually does seem great. Wendigan did a video about how the U.S. government has billions of tons of cheese in a cave in Missouri. Yes, I know that as well. I think they buy it from like the American agricultural producers because like they overproduce milk in an effort to like, you know, continue milk prices, like continue stabilizing milk prices. So they have to buy it. So what they do is when they buy the milk, you can't just keep it as milk. It'll spoil. So they turn it into cheese, right? And then they put it in a fucking cheese vault.
Parmesan cheese is a big business for Italy. An average of 3.6 million wheels are produced each year, and the industry is worth an eye-popping 2.2 billion euros. That's about 2.5 billion US dollars, making this cheese one of Italy's biggest exports. Every single cheese wheel is made in a restricted area in northern Italy, in the region of Emilia-Romagna. Its Italian name, in fact, Parmigiano Reggiano, means from the cities of Parma and Reggio Emilia. So how does this turn into this? And what makes it so special? We went to a dairy in Parma, Italy, to find out.
This guy hypes up kaimak to another level. Ooh, kaimak. Japanese guy who had kaimak for the first time. Oh shit, dude. I mean, kaimak is great. I would. Oh. I don't know what like. I don't know what I would compare it to though. It's not fluffy. I said Japanese is Korean. This is the second time I've done this. Yeah, I didn't look, okay? Most of the time, chatters send me fucking links and it's a Japanese guy, okay? I apologize. I am not a defender of Japanese empire.
The very first producers of Parmesan cheese were monks over
Everybody knows all Asians are Chinese, a different kind of Chinese.
1,000 years ago. Then, like now, Parmesan wheels were made with only 3 ingredients: cow milk, salt, and rennet. There are only 329 dairies in the whole world that are certified to produce Parmesan cheese, and they are all based in the same area where the monks used to make it. In fact, it isn't even possible to make the exact same product outside of the production area. And why is that? Turns out, it's all about 3 good bacteria that only grow in this specific territory.
Tutta la logica nella filiera di produzione del Parmigiano Reggiano è trasferire questi batteri dall'erba alla forma di conservazione dell'erba, il fieno, dal fieno alla mangiatoia, dalla mangiatoia attraverso le tecniche di allevamento degli animali al latte, e una volta che sono nel latte, nel casificio, si cerca di farli crescere per permettere la loro presenza dentro la forma del Parmigiano Reggiano. Se loro ci sono, fermentano le componenti del latte negli aromi, profumi e sapori tipici del Parmigiano.
It takes 131 gallons.
If Hollywood wasn't run by cowards, we'd already have a Nick Cage movie in which he raids the National Cheese Vault. True. That's fair. What is Hollywood hiding, bro? Yeah. It's not Jews who run Hollywood. It's actually Italians, bro. Okay? Everybody was so off base with the anti-Semitic conspiracies. It's the Italians. They don't fucking want you knowing about the goddamn Parmigiano Reggiano and the vault. They don't want you to know that the cheese is being hidden.
Of milk to make 1 wheel of Parmesan cheese. That's whole oat milk. Dairies combine freshly milked whole milk with day-old skim milk to make the cheese. The 2 milks are transferred in these copper vats along with fermented whey, a sort of sourdough, and then rennet, an enzyme which gives the milk a yogurt-like texture. The cheese master will then split the milk into curds using this tool called spino.
Spino. Imagine if that Zionist woman knew the Prince of the Vault. Oh my God, dude, put her in there. Put her in there. That would be like the coolest way to die, honestly. You have like this deep crippling cheese addiction, and then you like make it your life's mission to infiltrate the cheese vault, and then you just fucking eat away until you die eventually. Like you just become like this massive Jabba the Hutt looking thing by the end of it. Can you overdose on cheese? Like, that's a real question. She should find the answer to it. Would you try kasumartsu, otherwise known as maggot cheese? Yeah, no, I think I do have my limits. That is my limit. I've seen the maggot cheese. I've actually covered it on the stream. The maggot cheese is too much. It's hella smelly too, isn't it? I love blue cheese. I don't care about that. I'll eat like the mossy ass bullshit or whatever. The moldy ass shit. But I can't eat the fucking maggot one.
Perché dobbiamo togliere acqua, visto che dobbiamo fare un formaggio a lunga stagionatura. E inizia quindi la fase della cottura. E in 5 minuti.
Why doesn't your government give away the cheese for free? Well, think about it. Why doesn't the government give the real secrets?
5 gradi centigradi.
Together with changing the cheese texture, cooking the milk does another essential job. Do you remember the 3 good bacteria? Well, they're not.
Okay, bro, this is it. It's just, okay, fuck that. Let's watch Addicted to Cheese.
Manchester is home to Kate Silk, a regular...
Because it turns out there's actually other people that are addicted to motherfucking cheese, not just this lady.
With a loving husband and 2 lovely daughters, her life seems perfect. But behind the smiles is an embarrassing secret. Kate's addicted to cheese.
I won't put it in my mouth if it isn't cheese. It's quick, it's easy, it's tasty, and I know I like it.
Kate is
Okay, I respect that. The chocolate chip cheese maneuver might come across as insane for the weak-hearted. Have you guys ever been in a hotel room where you got a bag of chips, like those like kettle chips though, like fancy chips, and then you got like fancy chocolate laying around? I know that this is not a direct analog, but next time try chocolate with some fucking salty ass kettle chips. Not like salt and vinegar, obviously, just like regular kettle chips. Okay? It's kind of a fucking game changer, dude. Also, I love the guys being like, oh, dude, no, I've never been to a fancy hotel. It's like, yeah, but you also go to the grocery store where both of those things that I just mentioned are readily available. It's not like I'm describing to you the wonderful delights of I don't know, some kind of fucking caviar. Okay, I didn't say go to the hotel and try it. I'm saying that was the first time I tried it in a hotel. There are a lot of unique combinations of sweet and savory all around the world, right in front of our eyes, for those with eyes to see, for those with the heart to try. Okay? I promise you, life will change for you. You understand?
The freaky eater in the family, both her daughters are following in her dietary footsteps. Kate's desperate to change, but new foods drive her to despair.
I just can't put it in.
She's crying and disgusted about spaghetti. That's so funny. It's like the most baby food you could have.
But help is at hand. Clinical psychologist Stephen Briers, a nutritionist Natalie Savona.
I'm sorry, I don't trust either of these people just by judging their vibes, okay? I would never be able to trust them. That's all I'm going to say. I got to pee real quick.
Her addictions. Natalie's job is to encourage Kate to embrace new foods.
You just need to get where your banana boundary is.
While Stephen will push her to deck the demons that drive her hatred of healthy food.
Perhaps your early school experience wasn't that happy.
I used to get really, really hungry.
They've got just 4 weeks to reverse a lifetime of bad eating habits.
I'm bored, hungry, and fed up. If somebody could wave a magic wand or hypnotise me, and then I could eat everything, that would be perfect.
Seven-year-old teaching assistant Kate Silk lives in Manchester with husband Jeff. He's stepdad to her 2 daughters, 14-year-old Megan and 12-year-old Georgia. Kate's a devoted mum who loves to spend time with her family, but behind closed kitchen doors, life is no walk in the park. Because Kate's diet is almost exclusively cheese.
I'll eat cheese sandwiches, cheese and crackers. I have a jacket potato with cheese every day at work for my dinner.
Morning, Kate. Usual.
Yes, thank you. And I usually come home and have cheese and crackers every night for my tea. It's my favourite food.
Eating mostly cheese every day for the last 30 years has turned Kate into something of a connoisseur.
The salt and vinegar's dead zingy, so it goes great with the taste of Lancashire. The roast chicken's more of a savoury flavour, so that goes well with cheddar and the digestives. And then the smoky bacon goes really well with the other crackers and the soft cheese. I think the reason I stick with cheese is because I have that memory of eating it from being a little girl. It's so safe. So I know that I can tolerate it and eat it. And
Hasan, this woman is your age. How is it possible? She's British, and she is deeply addicted to cheese. And that's the only thing she's had. It probably fucks up your hormones and your entire fucking body. To be fair to her, if I was British since birth, I probably would develop an unhealthy addiction to a singular type of food that at least gives me like some kind of taste. Because like, think about it. What else is you gonna eat? Fucking jellied eels, jellied fucking eels, mate. Mushy peas, right? At least it's fucking savory.
it won't make me sick or it won't make me feel uncomfortable.
Kate has one other safe food, and it's the
Boiled
only
meat,
home-cooked meal she'll
boiled
eat.
fucking beef and beans on toast. Are you fucking having a laugh, mate?
Her mum's roast dinner, but only if it's cooked by her mum, and only if she eats it at her mum.
Look at that. Look at that. I was just kidding. And then they just proved it immediately.
House.
It goes against everything else that I usually eat because I have a full roast dinner with loads of gravy on it. But I can remember having that every Sunday from being a little girl.
I've been cooking the same Sunday lunch for even more than 25 years, so ever since she was a child.
It's lovely, Mum, thank you.
Mum Jean never gets the opportunity to experiment with her cooking. The menu has to be the same.
America's roasting other people's foods, Lamau. You literally have sugar in your bread. Brother, America is the amalgamation of literally every single cuisine on the planet maxed out and flavor boosted. Okay. It is ridiculous. Like, you could say it's fat. You could say it's fat and you would be right. But like, American cuisine is literally edible. Authentic British cuisine is not edible. Okay. You're talking to a man who's currently sucking down on some Diet Mountain Dew Baja Blast 20-year anniversary edition. Okay. Do you know the amount of chemicals that are in here? The chemicals that make me strong and gay? Yellow 5, red 6, purple 11. Do you know how good this shit is? The microplastics in here? It makes me strong. Give this to a medieval child and he dies, okay? Instantly. He perishes. Banned in the EU because they're terrified. They're terrified of what good taste feels like.
Every week.
I've varied the
The
menu.
EU's like, yeah, let's keep eating the fucking boiled beef, mate. We're eating boiled beef, no yellow 5 for me. Fucking hell.
She wouldn't eat it. So it's useless preparing something that she's not going to eat. It upsets her, it gets me all het up. But I know that the same, it's very boring and dull, really, but I know that she'll eat it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Other than this weekly roast, it's cheese all the way. Kate cannot bear to touch anything else.
It just looks like slop.
Before some fucking chatter chirps about like ableism or some shit, as someone who also has like self-imposed dietary restrictions, even though it's like very limited for me, I'm just not going to be a baby about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just ARFID. The fuck is that? It's ARFID, bro. Oh, that's not, she needs help. It's just like, bro, how do you fucking look at like potatoes, which is like the easiest thing to eat and consume, and you go, oh, I can't do it.
I find it very difficult to taste anything that...
Let's not make fun of eating disorders just because cheese is a funny thing to only eat. I mean, this entire 55-minute sequence is going to be about that, so I'm just letting you guys know. You know,
sloppy, whether it's a stew or a curry, or anything that has sauce on the top of it.
Avoidant restrictive food
Sadly,
intake
for
disorder.
husband Jeff, Kate's fear of anything hot and saucy means his home-cooked specialities are her worst nightmare.
Want to try it, Sis?
If Jeff's cooking something, he'll say when it's done, are you going to taste it? And then as it gets nearer, I can feel myself getting really, really anxious. So then when it actually comes to the point where I have to taste it, I'm heaving usually before I've even put it in my mouth. That's horrible.
Oh,
By this logic, aren't you being a baby about seafood? Yes, but the difference is, I guess the difference is that like I acknowledge seafood and I also want to eat seafood. Like, I'm jealous. Because like when I see like a lobster that's just like fucking sitting in all the delicious garlic butter, even though it's a goddamn bug, I want to be able to eat it, but I can't. You know what I mean? It's just like, I want to be able to eat it. I just throw up. I don't know why. I don't eat any seafood whatsoever. But that's it. Anything that grows on land, I'll try. And even seafood, I'll try as well. Like I'll every couple of years, I'll give it a whirl. When I was in Japan, I had tuna. I had tuna on sushi. It was like super fresh. It didn't really even taste like anything really. I just don't know what it is. I throw up. I think it was way worse when I was younger, though. It was definitely way worse when I was younger. Like, I would literally throw up. I would throw up if I smelled seafood, and I would throw up if I ever, like, accidentally had seafood. It's nowhere near as bad anymore. It's called the allergy, dumbass. I just like, or maybe I just don't ever have it. So maybe that's what it is. I don't think I'm allergic to seafood. I don't know what it is. Got beat with a dead fish as a child.
Always cook for myself only because she won't have what I'm eating, neither will the girls. And that does make me sad.
You are from the steppe, you are a land-faring
Though Jeff
people.
is accustomed to her strange behaviour, he's seriously worried about the impact it's having on their children.
There you go, sweetheart.
Especially 12-year-old Georgia.
I eat breaded chicken, potato processed, but I don't eat pasta, I don't eat fish. I do eat the occasional burger. Oh, it's got something on it. But I am normal on the crisp and chocolate front.
The family's biggest passion is exotic travel, but finding food to please everyone is a recipe for disaster.
When we go on holiday, it can be a nightmare. There are even occasions where I have gone into an establishment and eaten on my own. Sometimes with Kate and the girls who are eating nothing and just having drinks.
A lifetime of eating cheese is finally
Average
taking its toll on
Amerifat,
Kate's.
they're literally British, bro. What are you talking about? Unless you're talking about me, in which case, yeah, you're right, dude. Average Amerifat is right. Look at that. Look at that average Amerifat body. Suck my dick.
Patience.
I'm bored of the food I'm eating. It's so repetitive, and even if you change from Lancashire to cheddar cheese, it's still the same texture, it's still the same crack.
Remember when Canute tried Mountain Dew for the first time and loved it? Because it's the best, bro. It's pretty good, I think. Chet, it's pretty good.
Why was it so loud?
You do realize sodas have aspartame, which turns into formaldehyde in the body, which formaldehyde is used for embalming animals. Be careful, chat. Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. Bro, just kept buying so many cases after this? Yes, because it's fucking delicious. Bro, American sodas are like top 40 music, okay? There's nothing wrong with enjoying it. It is literally science, okay? Scientists are sitting in a fucking lab straight up cooking up the most delicious chemicals you have ever seen in your entire damn life, okay? It is scientifically made to appeal to your senses. That's it. And so it's the same with top 40 music. At that point, you're not even listening to music. You're listening to science, okay?
Because it's got to the point now where if somebody could wave a magic wand or hypnotise me, and then I could eat everything, that would be perfect.
It's day one of Kate's month-long dietary makeover, and she's been summoned to London for her first meeting with psychologist Stephen and nutritionist Natalie.
Yo, I'm a chemist. That shit does not have enough aspartame to harm you. There's a study that shows aspartame slightly increases cancer risk if you drink like 20 cans a day for years. Uh-oh. Because I do drink 20 cans a day for years now.
Kate.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Natalie. Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi, I'm Stephen.
Hi,
Hello.
pleased to meet you.
So what feelings are uppermost in you at this moment?
Just wanting to know what you're going to do and what you're going to say to me, really.
Today, we've got something that we want to show you that we think will help kickstart this whole process of changing what you eat.
Okay.
Before they begin their work, Natalie and Stephen have a surprise for Kate, which they hope will focus her mind.
Kate, I think you're aware already that the next few weeks are going to be quite difficult at times. What we've got here today is something that we hope will be a bit of a motivational tool for you. Natalie and I are going to leave you to watch it, and we'll be over there, and then we're going to come back and talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
They're gonna do some guilt trip shit. Oh, they're gonna be like, this is like, it's cow rape. Like they're gonna Clockwork Orange her with like cow rape. Is that what it is? You're like, oh, you like fucking cheese? Well, look at this cow rape, right? Right. That's how you make the fucking cheese, right?
The eating problem that you have, Kate, obviously impacts on us on a daily basis. One of the things that really concerns
me it's a fucking proper intervention, mate. Fucking hell.
Is how the girls are following your eating habits.
I don't think it's been easy living in the same house as someone with such a limited diet.
What is this best moment in British
discussion? The interesting thing is you're not morbidly obese.
Really?
You are super morbidly obese.
No.
I mean, dude, that's just the average American body type. I don't know what he's talking about, mate. Fucking hell.
It makes me feel a bit upset because it hasn't helped what I eat and what Georgia eats.
I get really concerned about my health because I'm not being able to
Chat, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, okay? Don't give me this fucking cancer bullshit.
eat everything all my friends at school eat and be able to go out and have an ordinary meal.
Georgia is almost frightened of going on holiday. She hates the thought that she's going to have to almost starve herself.
Holidays are meant to be a happy time and I really enjoy them. But when you don't eat, you get stressed. And then we all get upset because we know that it's a problem.
It is limiting for us, and it is meaning that we can't go to places that we would really like to.
I am so proud of you, of what you're trying to do to readdress your eating habit. But if you could possibly... I'm sorry, I can't carry on. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
That show's crazy. There's literally one episode where he visits an obese family and like the 10-year-old opens the door for him and the host just says, "Hi, fatty." That's insane.
So how was it watching that?
Obviously my mum got very upset. I didn't realise that she was as concerned as she is. I don't want to make anybody else's life unhappy because of something that I'm doing.
What about the impact of what you're doing on Georgia? Had you really thought about how dramatic the connection is between your diet and hers?
Yes, and because of my issues with food, I didn't feel in a position to tackle her when she stops eating food, because I thought if I make a big scene, I wouldn't like somebody to do that to me.
And as far as the holidays are concerned...
Our passion as a family is to travel. We love going on holiday.
Love it.
The last thing after you've had a really good day out is
to the Americans in the chat, holiday is a European concept where they have paid leave and time off, oftentimes for months, okay, during the summer. It's called a vacation. I know that you will never experience the joys of such things, so I just have to, as a political commentator, I have to describe it to you. But this is something that the rest of the world does. They take time off and enjoy themselves. Obviously, this is funny for me to say because I don't do it either. It is perhaps one of the most American qualities of me, aside from my undying loyalty to megacorporations that give me cancer poison because it's delicious. The other thing that I will always... the other thing that I do that is super American is never take a day off, including weekends. For those of you who don't know, it's just a concept that they have over there because they're socialist and they're gay Marxists. That's why. What? Yeah, I don't have shareholders to build value for. You're right. I have chat holders. What did you order? Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God, again. You are so ridiculous. You are so ridiculous, dude. Murad orders pastrami sandwich from again, from an hour and a half away, okay? He only gets pastrami sandwiches from an hour and a half away. I live in literally the pastrami capital of Los Angeles, okay? And once again, he found himself ordering a pastrami sandwich from the same fucking place.
Then cause loads of anxiety and spend hours traipsing around trying to find somewhere where everybody will eat.
So lots of good reasons there to change your eating habits. What we need to do now is go and have a look at what you actually are eating. Okay, come with.
What's wrong with working every day? How else are you going to get out of a bad situation other than work as hard as possible for as long as possible? Brother, there should be federally mandated paid leave. I don't know what kind of community you think this is. Maybe you stumbled across this because you thought, oh, Hasan is making fun of British people. I love that. But like, it's ridiculous. It's pretty good to have like, to you know, be a human being. And just like enjoy yourself. That's what life is supposed to be for. I'm obviously very fortunate that like my work omegalol is this, so I enjoy it. I enjoy it more than anything else. But 90-minute forced drive for a gig worker, damn, that's some kind of torture. I'd be so scared of eating that food personally, but hell yeah, I bet that sandwich is killer. It's not. It's not even good. He just likes it. It's literally... No, life is about boosting stockholder value. Yes, dude. How else are you going to pay for the fucking top of the hour ad break avoidance fee, which is $5 a month in the form of a Twitch Prime subscription, which is free, or $5 a month in the form of a regular subscription? If you don't work every day, you're not going to have disposable income to spend $5 here. Okay, here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Natalie and Stephen hope to shock globetrotting Kate into action with the help of a little excess baggage.
Right. What do you think these represent?
Holidays.
That's right.
Today, we want to see what it is you are eating on a day-to-day basis. So, I'd like you to go and grab one of those suitcases for me, please.
Okay.
And then unzip it, and then tip out the contents. What do you think that represents?
How much cheese I eat.
In what sort of time frame?
A year.
Well, you've been mistaken. All right, go over to maybe that case behind you.
Are you in shock yet?
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid you're not quite done yet.
I can't believe I eat that much cheese.
You know what, Kate? You're still not done.
You're joking.
6 suitcases worth of cheese is how much you're eating in a year.
I'm stunned. It just looks horrible.
Stunned.
The thing is that you're having about that much in a day. So 300 grams of cheese, 365 days a year, works out as 140 kilos of cheese that you're having in a year. And the thing is that there's no harm in having a little bit of cheese. It's got some great nutrients in it. It's got calcium, it's got...
I can't be the only one who's annoyed that they just like did this for the bit. Like the amount of cheese that they just like wasted for this bit is alarming, I think. I am a bit of an addict for cheese myself, just like that Zionist lady. But it is gross that they did that. Oh, it's not real? Okay, thank God.
Protein, but you're missing out on a whole range of other vitamins, minerals, and fibre. So let's magic fast forward to 4 weeks from now. And what would you like to achieve by then?
I'd love to be able to go into a restaurant and order a meal without having to tamper with what it says on the menu. That would be great.
And what about in terms of your travels?
It would mean that we could go to places that at the moment we've not been able to go to because of the food issue.
So
what do you mean? There's cheese everywhere. Why the fuck does this actually... Okay, this part... place. Fuck you doing? Is this girl autism? I think it's just autism. I'm gonna be honest. But like, there's cheese in every country. The fuck do you mean? Like, I don't understand how this like traps her into not taking holiday.
But our challenge to you is at the end of 4 weeks, you will be able to be going on holiday with your family and choosing something in a restaurant and having a really fun, delicious, harmonious family meal.
I do want to change, but the thought of the reality of that is the frightening bit.
Kate's obviously really up for change, but
Eating disorders or autism, hope this helps. Is it always? I feel like it can be something that comes along with the autism, but I don't think it's always autism.
what's also obvious is that actually the prospect of changing makes her really, really anxious. It's hard for somebody who doesn't have these problems to understand just what a frightening prospect this all is for her. And these are very long established habits for her. She's been eating like this for over 30
Bro,
years.
she's not a psychologist, not a reality show. No, it is. The reality show is linking her up with a psychologist.
We're expecting to change that in just a few weeks. It's quite a tall order for her and for us.
Kate's family have already booked their next holiday, a European odyssey ending in Venice. Kate's determined to spend the next 4 weeks getting up to speed so she can chow down Italian style.
Eating a meal while I'm on holiday this summer would be fantastic. The thing that really...
I'm making fun of her because it's funny, but I definitely do get food anxiety as far as like when I travel as well, because I have this like super rigid structure that I exist in. And when I go to New York or when I travel for work, I do break my rigid structure, and then just like everything falls apart a little bit. I just eat so much on vacation, so I do get like a lot of anxiety before I even go on vacation. And I can't figure out how to like plan my meals ahead of time. So, you know, I don't know.
What worries me is the process up until that point. And I know that that's going to push me really
But also,
outside my comfort
you got to be okay
zone.
with it. I mean, I sometimes am. I'm like always trying to find a way to manage it. But to be fair, like I'd rather be fucking shredded and autistic about my food than not be shredded and like get depressed because I'm like breaking the healthy structure that I have. So
Before she can tackle the deficiencies in Kate's cheesy diet, Natalie must first understand the extent of her problem with other foods.
If someone's been living on cheese and cold cheese for 30 years, their palate is going to be really confronted by other sorts of foods. So I'm curious to find out where Kate stands in terms of other textures, other tastes, hot food, cold food. Where will she go with
that's
other
not
foods?
healthy. You need to fix your relationship with food. Yeah, dude, let me fix my relationship with food and then fucking gain a shit ton of weight. Nah, no thanks. I'm good.
Kate, the purpose of today is for me to really try to get a handle on your food.
Remember, before chatters trip about orthorexia or eating disorders or whatever, you have to remember something very important. I literally have an incredibly healthy diet, okay? Unimaginably healthy. I track my macros. I make sure that I have a healthy balance. I eat salads. I eat enough fiber. I get vitamins on the types of vitamins that I don't eat because I don't eat seafood. I take fucking what is it? Fish oil pills and shit like that. So it literally, like, I have it all balanced out. So like what? Yeah, I have an unhealthy relationship with food. I recognize that, but it's like the outcome of that is still having a healthy and balanced diet. Do you get your regular blood work to see any potential deficiencies? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do that as well. Yeah, but is joy within your macros? Yes, that's the other side of this, is that, and this is something that I always stress to people, that are on their own journey, I guess, for physical fitness or for a healthier diet. Your diet is just, it could be a good diet, it could be a bad diet. Everything is a diet, okay? The idea that you're going to do like a fad diet for a couple months, lose the weight, and then you just like, and then maintain it forever by going back to your old eating habits is silly. Your diet has to be something that you can maintain for the rest of your life. Okay? And yes, I have thought long and hard on how to manage the types of food that I like eating. That's why I have at least 200 to 300 calories of playing room in my diet every day for an ice cream cookie, okay? An ice cream sandwich. I have one fucking ice cream sandwich a day. I love it. Okay? I enjoy it very much. And it's like a normal ice cream cookie sandwich too. It's not like a healthy alternative or anything like that. I just have straight up one of those like Nestle ones. Okay? Until Murat eats it. It's not Cool House. Those are like 500 calories a pop. I have the Nestle ones that you can get at like fucking CVS and shit. And for me personally, it's perfectly fine. It's just like within my daily caloric restrictions. It's more than 500 sometimes, depending on which kind of Cool House you're getting. But that's it. Like it's perfectly within. It is perfectly within my my boundaries. And I switch it around when I get bored. What? Nestle BDS? Can we just watch Nestle BDS? Shaking my head. Wait, what? Is Nestle BDS? I didn't know that. Is it? Dude, I get these Skinny Cow ones that are 150 calories. They're delightful. Yeah. I mean, even if Nestle's not BDS, it's a truly evil company overall. Like, Nestle is one of those companies that like its support for Israel would ironically be lower on the list of like why it is a horrible fucking company. From its privatization of water, which many other companies do as well, all the way to directly murdering babies like Israel. What's your go-to brand for protein yogurt and such? I don't really consume a lot of protein yogurt. It literally isn't on the BDS list though, or literal child labor. Anyway, let's continue.
So what is it that you will eat, that you won't eat, and why? What's going on around all of your food? So I thought the best place for me to start, having had a look at your food diary, is to start on familiar territory for you.
That's not like the normal roast dinner I'd eat. That carrot looks like baby mush, it's disgusting, and the gravy's completely the wrong colour. When I'm at my mum's, it always looks the same and smells the same.
So you would only eat your mum's?
I've tasted things other than my mum's, and I've not liked them. So now I just stick to my mum's because I know I like that, and it's safe to eat.
So it's a familiarity that gives you a safety around what you eat. I mean, would you even try any of that?
No. The thought of putting that in my mouth, it's real fear, and the thought of doing it really upsets me.
What does real fear mean?
I'm not gonna get you to eat that. But so what's around, what's upsetting?
It's real fear. Oh, real fear.
I honestly don't know.
Fear.
But
it's real fear. Right. It's real fear.
The thought of, and this is what I said, the getting the food.
My mom called you stupid for not eating yogurt. No, I eat yogurt pretty much every day in the form of tzatziki. I just don't like directly purchase yogurt. I used to, and sometimes I do. I just like cycle.
Plate to my mouth is the hardest thing.
You've mentioned that you will eat some fruit.
Bananas. No. When you slice a banana, it's all slimy and...
Just do that for me, if you would.
But see, it sticks, it's slimy.
I mean, could you even bite into that?
I couldn't bite into it. I could maybe cut a little bit off it and try that.
Tucker Carlson's interview with Caesar? Who the fuck is Caesar?
The following...
Bro, why are you sending this to me?
There you go. And chew it.
That's crazy.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
I suspect that none of this is a pleasant experience. And your palate's been used to having very, very particular foods for over 30 years. And so anything that confronts that familiarity is going to be, I suspect for you, unpleasant. Do you want some water?
Yes, please.
I think the hardest thing for Kate today was to actually show how dramatically she can react to certain foods on a very deep gut level. Bursting into tears at the sight of an unfamiliar roast dinner is odd. It really brought something up for her. We don't know what that is.
And it's not only Natalie who's left questioning Kate's overwhelming reaction to unfamiliar food.
I don't know why I couldn't put that food in my mouth. All I knew was that every...
This is pure baby shit. Is it a disorder? Sure. Still actually mental baby shit. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm fortunate that with the exception of seafood, like I've never really had an issue with this. But my brother, personally, he also had these kinds of issues and now he eats everything, but he didn't used to for the longest fucking time. Do you eat fruit? Like, I don't personally choose to eat fruit, but I wouldn't be like, like I can't have any fruit. Like every now and then, you know, I see some grapes and I'm like, damn, that shit looks fire. Let me have it. Or if I'm hungry and that's the only thing that I have, you bet your fucking ass I'm eating that shit. I literally have is a real disorder called ARFID and it sucks. No, she's clearly faking for clout. No, I don't think she's faking for clout. I have big issues with texture because my autism is very annoying and I struggle explaining it to other people. They look at me like I'm an idiot. Fruit with chili powder goes hard.
Part of my body was screaming at me, no, don't do it. And I couldn't physically bring myself to do it. And that's how I feel when I'm presented with a curry or a lasagna or any meal that most other people would normally eat. I'm having to realise this evening that kind of doing this, I'm going to have to face that more often.
Day 3 for Kate begins with a special delivery. Natalie sent her a hamper packed with challenges designed to expand the range and quantity of foods that she eats.
The worst nightmares, bananas and tomatoes. I'm not sure which is worse.
Along with the nutritious goodies,
I feel like ARFID or this kind of like disorder lends itself so perfectly to like people making fun of it. And like part of me feels bad that she's like very obviously unwell. But the other part of me is just having such a hard time not making fun of her because it seems so childish. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Growing up is recognizing that this is definitely an eating disorder. But there's still a part of me that's like, come on, bro, just eat the fucking food. Like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean?
Natalie has enclosed some written instructions.
Go through your kitchen cupboards and throw out all the cheese, crackers and crisps. No eating them away from the house. They are now ex-food. I can't see myself replacing cheese with this lot. I think it's a bit extreme.
Once husband Jeff arrives home, a reluctant Kate ropes him into the proceedings.
A lot's got to go. There's something in the foil there.
Oh, jeez. I'm not sure what's in here.
Would that be cheese?
Oh, it's a bit more cheese. So everything.
There's nothing hidden behind the potato.
Nothing. Oh.
Ah.
Another one. Okay, that's it.
Is it for the bin now?
Can I not just keep a bit? What am I going to eat for the next 4 weeks?
Why are you throwing it out, man? That's good cheese. That shit pisses me off. See, that's fucked up. The social aspect is the worst part of it. You struggle with this shit so much. Everyone fucking hates you for it. It cuts you off from social eating entirely. It's isolating and horrible. Damn, first streamer, your opinions are shit. ED clout. I didn't say she's getting ED clout. I laughed that off. I don't know if you recognize that. I mean, just like, don't throw it away. Give it to someone else. The fuck are we doing? Dude, to the American, we look at a fridge this size and we're like, how do they eat? How do they survive on a fridge that size? That's like the size of the fridge that I have in my stream room for my Mountain Dews only. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Oh, bye cheese.
One of the biggest nutritional benefits of cheese is zinc, essential in maintaining a healthy immune system. Now Kate's given cheese the chop, she can keep up her daily intake of zinc by eating 4 slices of roast beef, a big bag of Brazil nuts, or 75 ounces of baked beans. That's 5 cans worth to you and me. Kate may well have given cheese the chop, but Natalie still has concerns over the effects it's had on her body as the staple part of her diet for over 30 years. She's arranged for Kate's blood to be tested by Dr. Pixie McKenna, a GP with a special interest in eating problems. This morning, Natalie's brought Kate to hear the findings.
The first thing that showed up in your blood test was that you have very...
You're the same with bamia. Only children dislike bamia for Turks. Yeah, I hate bamia. Ugh. Okra. Ugh. Gross. Bro, it's got hair on it. How the fuck? And it's slimy as shit when you cook it up. It's nasty as hell, bro. It's like, how are you a goddamn vegetable? It's so nasty. It's nasty as fuck. Oh, gross. You are such a baby. Oh, fuck no. Absolutely fuck no, dude. Sounding a lot like this lady in Bananas. Okra is a Turkish dish as well. Bamya, as that chatter was mentioning. And it's so fucking nasty. It's so goddamn nasty. It is it's so fucking slimy. And it's like hairy too. Get the fuck out of here.
high levels of cholesterol. The other thing is, because you're taking in all of this processed cheese, you're not actually taking in enough roughage in your diet. So your high fat and your lack of roughage are going to lead to digestive problems. You're laughing at me. Have you had...
Yeah, I do get constipation quite a lot.
Right.
With Kate having fessed up, Pixie wants to show her the internal effects. She's got 10 metres of tubing, half what's inside the average person.
Could have up to 25 metres of bone, so it's quite a lot, isn't it?
She's prepared 2 liquids. One represents fibre-rich food, and the other, Kate's cheesy diet.
I want to get you to transport the fibre-rich food right through the intestine for me. Now, what do you notice about that?
It's running down quite quickly, no problem
Yeah.
at all.
Can I get you to do the same thing with the cheesy stuff? Oh, dear. It's actually painful to watch that. But to get that to the end, you're just going to have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And that's what you're doing.
And she's like, yeah, that's great. That's why I keep pushing with more cheese. So, doctor, the solution to this cheese problem, it seems, is just eating more cheese until it gets pushed in.
Every single day of your life.
Instead of clogging up her bowels with processed cheese, Kate could get the recommended daily amount of fibre from 8 ounces of cooked peas.
God, classic British, dude. Like, oh, just eat fucking peas, mate. It's like, dude, that's where you get your fiber from? No wonder she's a fucking cheesehead.
Her bowels with processed cheese, Kate could get the recommended daily amount of fibre from...
Like, I don't even have an issue with peas in general, except British peas are fucking gross. The way they make that shit in England is actually awful.
8 ounces of cooked peas.
Just eat any other kind of vegetable, man.
Or keep herself regular with 5 pears. And if neither of those appealed, 18 poppadoms contain roughly the same amount of fibre.
What the fuck is a poppadom?
I suppose the other worry is that, you know, with constipation, you end up getting things like piles, which are varicose veins in your bottom end. Whichever, you're smiling at me again. Oh, yeah. Are they...
Indian bread? Wait. I'm not exactly a health professional, but I don't think cheese just gets into your intestines like that. Yeah.
Is that something that you've had?
I've had them operated on twice, and I'm due to go in again for the third time because they've just come.
I'm not gonna lie, all things considered, okay, the fact that she looks this way is like not the worst. Like, she kind of, like, think about it. She's only been eating cheese for her entire fucking life. Like, I would have expected her to be like in way worse shape.
Back again each time.
You're a recurrent offender.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a very, very sore operation as well, isn't it?
It is extremely painful, yes.
Wait, how old is she?
So
Someone says she's... Yeah, remarkably few zits is right. I feel like if I ate that much cheese, I'd break out like crazy. She's 37. Oh, that's not bad for 37.
Really made the link between your terrible diet and the piles.
I think I had, but it's very easy to blame it on something else.
It seems to me that you've had all this information, but you've put your head in the sand.
Yeah. Because to fix it, I'd have to do something that I didn't want to do.
I mean, for me, the most concerning thing about your diet is the fact that a diet of high fat and low fibre increases your risk of bowel cancer. And if I was told that, I'd be frightened.
The most shocking thing was the increased risk of bowel cancer. I think it's something that was always at the back of my mind, but I like to fool myself in thinking that I was doing things to reduce the risk of that, when in reality I'm not.
I think we've got a problem.
Why do you act like Sean the Black is a victim when he advocated for violence? Says Top Knot. This is a chatter who 100% is in the trenches waiting for me to respond to him right now, hoping that I will give him an emotional response so he can clip it and post it on LSF and then get some up dudes going. Dude, you know what I mean? Live your life, chatter. We're having a fun day, okay? Literally waited an hour to post this shit. So fuck anyone who's fallen down the rabbit hole of anti-vax info, am I right? Socialist Keg W, $3 million house Keg W. Once again, coming in here to fucking chirp, dude. Only coming in here to fucking chirp. What an own. I know, man. I have a nice house. It's really, you fucking own me, dude. You freaking own me, baby. You own me hard as hell.
Problem here, in as much as Kate's quite familiar with the things that we were talking about today with Pixie, but that familiarity, knowing that, hasn't been enough of an incentive in the past to make her change. So I'm thinking, well, is it really going to make a great deal of difference now? There's something blocking her from having that information, knowing the danger she's in, and making the changes.
As Kate's first week draws to a close, life without cheese is still a struggle. Natalie's asked her to try one new piece of fruit or veg each day. Today, she tackles her slimiest adversary.
That's crazy, bro. Bananas are so great. Like, that blows my mind. Like, bananas are like the easiest thing to eat. It's just like all sugar.
That is absolutely
like babies eat bananas, bro.
Disgusting. For the next few weeks, I'll try. But I think that when this is over, this is the one thing I will never, ever eat again.
If you think about it from like an autistic texture perspective, I do think about it from that perspective because I understand it. Like the little like fibrous things that you have on the side when you pull off the peel, those things are kind of gross, and they have like a weird. Not only do they have a weird texture, but they also personally, in my opinion, have like a little bit of a sour. Not like sour. I don't know how to describe the taste of it. It's kind of gross, but like ultimately, the rest of it is good. It like has a decent taste, is sweet. It is bitter. It has a decent taste. It's got a little bit of a weird aftertaste, like a little bit of a bitter aftertaste. But goddamn, dude, I would fuck up some bananas and peanut butter any day of the goddamn week, dude. Oh my God.
Today, Kate has her first session with clinical psychologist Stephen Briers. It's a chance for him to probe Kate's earliest memories of her eating problem.
All right. Kate, to start off with, do you want to just tell me a little bit about...
Why are they putting them in this like nut house looking shit, dude? This literally looks like one of those like cushy rooms that you put people in movies in like a straitjacket. The fuck is happening here? I feel like this is a alarming room. Like when I sit in a well-lit room like this, I'm thinking to myself like, you know, shit is fucked up. Okay? This doesn't give me safety. It says the exact opposite. It triggers my fucking fight or flight reflexes immediately. Okay, Kaya. Okay. Come. Human experiment observatory ass room. It looks like the Jamiroquai music video from Insanity. You've been talking about cheese for 2 straight hours now with zero news so far. I am going to die. I don't know if you know this chatter, but look at the title. It says Saturday Fun Day, light news, America the anime Metroid Man Telltale later. What about that spells serious news coverage all day, every day for you?
The eating problem that you have.
By the way, that is literally how we started with the light news. The story about a Zionist on a U.S. campus who got addicted to cheese to cope with the stress of activists going against Zionist fascism. That is literally how we arrived at this story.
And how it affects you.
The main issue I have is foods that aren't familiar to me. Whenever I'm in a situation where I have to eat them, my body kind of goes on shutdown. That's when I start to feel sick and start to retch at the thought of it.
All right, so these familiar foods, these foods that you can eat, are there any common characteristics to them?
The majority of them are dry and crunchy foods, or foods that I remember eating from being a child. My mum's roast dinner. We had every week growing up, so that's safe. But I'll only eat my mum's roast dinner.
So really only those foods that became safe within the context of the home have really remained safe. Okay, so when did these problems begin?
I can never remember eating normally, but I think school was the start of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember the slop bucket at the end of the table that you scraped the leftover food in. It looked different, it smelled different. So when I first started school, although my mum thought I was having a school dinner...
It's not funny. I've got school. It's not funny. Bro, with that accent, she could be telling the most traumatic story, and there is no way I'm taking it seriously, okay? I'm sorry. It's trauma. That's what they're saying. The fuck you laughing about?
I wasn't actually eating any of it because it was different.
Okay. It is clear that for you, foods that are mixed or are sloppy have certain associations in the back of your mind. You know, I need to go away from here and really think about how we're going to get you past those mental hurdles so you start to have experiences which, if not positive, are at least more neutral. Kate evidently has quite a complex relationship with food. She's got this range of familiar foods for her which feel safe, and then outside of that, any food that's unfamiliar obviously feels really unsafe for her. She tells me that her issues with food began at primary school. So I think the task ahead is to do some digging around what may be some quite painful memories for her.
As Kate begins her second week on a new diet, it's time for Natalie and Stephen to catch up and discuss plans to push her forward.
There's a therapeutic process called food chaining where you introduce new foods similar to accepted food textures and tastes when gradually move away from those. It's not perfect, but it works to expand food tolerance. That makes sense.
From my point of view, I think the priority is to try and explore this whole idea
This is
of
wildly
not only the
unethical.
places that were safe for Kate.
Wait, what do you mean? She literally... do you think she doesn't know that her psychotherapist sessions are being broadcasted to the world? Hello? She consented, chatter, for a reality TV show. She's like, turn off the telly. We mustn't see this. Why are you having a laugh about this woman? She's got ARFID, mate. She's got ARFID. You're out here having a laugh. It's not funny. She's got trauma.
Okay, but maybe the places that were less safe.
You bringing up how you can't take the British accent seriously reminded me of this vid that popped off recently.
Girls, what's just happened? So, there's an ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2.
For bloody £9? 9 fucking quid? It's absolutely mental, innit?
£9 for 2?
Yeah, £9.
Nah.
That's gonna get nowhere. The one that comes on my street is either £1 a p or £2. Like, he's gonna get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
Girls, what's just happened?
Bloody £9?
So I'm going to try and find out a little bit more about Kate's background, and particularly those early years at school, which I think may hold the key to the evolution of some of the problems that she's got today.
And the other thing that I'm concerned about is Megan and Georgia. And I just think that, you know, their diets are in such trouble themselves that I think I need to get them on board, really looking at changing their diet so it's a family effort and they're all working together.
Dude, anytime I think about British people talking about food and food trucks in general, my mind instantly goes to that one food truck that makes like those, there's 2 different food trucks that I look at that show up on my TikTok timeline. One is the one that does ice cream, and the other one that is the one that does spuds, right? Potatoes, baked fucking potatoes, right? And yeah, Spudman. And everything that they put in those baked potatoes is so fucking gross. It actually is crazy. The potato one appears on my For You as well. Yeah. What is power to you? HasanAbi. In many ways, I feel like I'm a parody of evil used for good. I take life seriously, but I express it otherwise because I find that more enjoyable. Just so you know, life is not a joke to me. At HasanAbi, what is power to you? Potatoes! Mate, we're talking about fucking Spudman. You're out here talking like an anime protagonist. It's fun day, chatter. Take your fucking meds, chatter.
Determined to give Kate the best possible chance of success, Natalie heads to Manchester for a rendezvous with Kate's family.
Jeff, hi.
Kate's diet might have been declared a cheese-free zone, but Natalie's got...
Thoughts on onion rings, Unc? Oh, love onion rings. Oh, my God. Love onion rings. Best thing, though, best form of an onion ring is when you get fucking fries and then there's a sneaky little onion ring in there. That is the best format that you can ever deliver onion rings into your intestines, okay? The surprise onion ring is a gift from God. You must cherish it. You must celebrate it, okay? It is the best type of onion ring. Obviously, if you get like onion ring straight up, it's great. But after like the, 8th onion ring, you're like, okay, I've had enough. But that one fucking surprise onion ring, god damn, that shit's the best, dude.
Quite the opposite in mind for the rest of the family.
So I have gathered you here today in order to ask you a big favour to help Kate in what she's going through for the next few weeks. Now, what I would like you to do is eat the exact same diet that Kate has been eating most of her life for a week.
I don't think it would be sufficient to keep me going and keep me at work, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I'm asking you to do it is not random. I thought if you had an idea of how Kate must be feeling, then it would be easier for you to empathise with her as she's going along through these ups and downs.
I'd probably find it somewhat boring, but I'm willing to try it, if it will help Kate.
Yeah, I'll try. I can't cope with the amounts of cheese at one sitting that she copes with. But I'll have the same things, but not possibly in the same quantities,
Okay. Now, Georgia, I've got something different for you and Megan to take on. Because you two already have a diet that's astonishingly similar to your mother's, what I'd like you to be doing is to work with her and be trying all the new things that she is. Because really, part of her changing her diet is also...
They're doing therapy too for the price of one. They got the child in there too. It's free therapy. This telly show is doing the most right now. I quite like it.
So, helping you to change yours. So, you think you can take that on?
It will be a struggle, but I'll do it.
So you'll do it for your mum?
Yeah.
And what about doing it for yourself?
I'll do it for me as well.
The next day, Jack and Jean prepare to savour one of their daughter's specialities.
Here we go.
I mean, that shit is gas. It's the easiest thing to eat, in my opinion. Like, cheese and crackers, are you kidding me? Universal appeal, in my opinion. That shit's awesome and infinitely fucking better than literally... It clears every other type of British food, okay?
When I think
100%.
that this is what Catherine eats most of the time, it would become very bland and very boring.
I have to pay me.
She's on all right, but not every meal.
I'm gagging on this because it's so dry. You know, a tomato or a chutney or a little bit of salad with it would really help.
What would be for tea then? Baked potato and cheese?
Yeah.
Whilst her parents are starting to lose their enthusiasm...
I don't think I want to see jack potato and cheese again.
Go.
For Kate and the girls, there's not even a sniff of cheddar in the air.
In with the new, we've got to eat new foods at least 3 times a day, some banana and some tomato. Salad for lunch, plus raw green beans, red, yellow and green peppers.
I don't like any of them at all.
Let's think positive, ladies.
Smells.
Don't taste or anything.
Taste me again.
How much do you want? Right, next. Wild rocket.
Starts minging.
Oh, that's foul.
That's rank.
I'm gonna be brave.
It tastes meaty. It tastes of disgusting apples. It tastes of, you know, that plastic stuff that you get on toys.
Okay, ladies, tea time.
Oh, it's plants.
It's just a struggle to get through. There's nothing to liven it up a bit. It'd be all right with a bit of cheese.
As week 2 comes to an end, Natalie's challenges turn up the heat on Kate and the girls. So far, the only hot meals they eat are roast dinners round at Kate's mum's house. Now, they must try eating some of their own.
Do you like it, Mum?
Despite struggling herself to eat anything cooked, Kate does her best to rally the girls.
Georgia, that's carrot. You like carrot?
Yes, I know it's carrot. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen and tasted.
How come she got more than me?
Oh, for goodness sake, does it matter? Neither of you have eaten it.
I mean, they are literally being challenged by being British. It seems to me like the worst aspect of them is that they are destined for the worst fate as British people. That's it. Like, it makes so much more sense. A lot of people are like, it's happened, it's trauma. Why are you laughing? And it turns out it's not any of those things. It's just they're British. So the alternative that they're presented with is literally just like boiled carrot. Yeah, I'd fucking eat cheese and crackers all day, every day too. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good with the boiled carrot. Give me the cheese and crackers. That is the most fair assessment.
By the end of week 2, and with hot food still a no-go, they're surviving on salad and bread.
It's like, it doesn't make, like, look at that. That's like disgusting. That's fucking nasty shit. What are you doing?
Kate's patience is wearing thin.
I just don't know what to have to eat now.
Chappy like bok choy, you think that shit is the same? Are you insane? It's like thinking, I love broccoli, okay? But I'm not hitting that shit raw. Boiled broccoli on its own sucks ass. You gotta fucking sauce it up. Broccoli is great because it's a great fucking vehicle for like sucking up whatever the taste is. How dare you compare this to fucking bok choy? The fuck are you talking about? There's no broth. There's no seasoning. There's nothing in there. There's nothing for the veggies to attach to. That's the problem. Vegetables are phenomenal. I love veggies. I love veggies. I do. I fucking love veggies. The problem is when you're just fucking straight boiling it, it sucks. What is this? If they taught these people how to make fucking tacos and cut an onion or something, they'd probably really help. Yeah. Cauliflower, broccoli, all of those foods that, once again, I'm going back to my TikTok For You page here. All of those vegetables were invented, okay? They were manufactured by humans. Its origination is a plant. Goes all the way back to the motherfucking ancient Romans, okay? All of that derives from one singular fucking leafy ass plant that they basically modified over years and years and years. And the reason why they modified it is because it is a phenomenal vehicle for whatever the hell you want to sauce it up with. It's great. Same with Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kale, all derived from the same fucking plant.
I'm just constantly hungry. I've got no cheese and crackers in. The only thing I can snack on is raw veg and salad and fruit, unless I find something I like. So I'm bored, I'm hungry, and I'm fed up.
With Kate struggling to embrace her new diet, Stephen's keen to understand why her mum's home-cooked food was safe and familiar as a child, but school dinners gave her so many issues.
Yeah, the major issue here is that they're too British to fucking fix her. That's the problem. That's the issue. Like, they literally can't turn around and be like, just, you know, sauce this shit up. What are you doing? Put some goddamn seasoning on that shit. What are you doing? Use broth. If you're gonna boil it, if you're gonna fucking broil it, mate, use it with fucking broth, mate. Garlic, onions, thank you, exactly. It blows my goddamn mind. Of course they can't give her any adequate solutions to her problem because they're too British. And being British means like you eat that dog shit and you're like, yeah, I like it. I quite like it. I don't understand it.
Hello, thanks for coming along. Are you ready for a trip down memory lane?
Okay.
Come on in. Okay, so here we are in the hall. What, has this gym room changed much since you were here?
No, not really. It was always similar to some. We used to have our lunch in here as well, on little tables.
Coming here today, what's that producing for you?
I think it's made me realise that it's not the building. It was the people in the building that didn't make my life pleasurable, really. I didn't enjoy it.
Well, you're intriguing me. That's fine. Shall we go in somewhere where we can sit down and you can tell me a little bit more about that?
Okay.
Okay.
This is where you call them minorities. They need seasoning. Yes, dude. Every fucking community, every person that was formerly colonized by the English is currently what keeps British people alive, okay? I suspect that they would die if they didn't have Indian food, if they didn't have Caribbean food, if they didn't have fucking Turkish food, kebabs, Arab food. Like, they literally would starve. The entire English population would fucking starve and die. I don't understand how you can eat any of the like the original OG British food. I don't get it. Have you had Indian food in the UK? Yeah, it slaps. Some of the best Indian food I've ever had. It's incredible.
I'm getting the impression from you that perhaps your early school experience wasn't that happy at
As
times.
a Brit, I'm usually happy to shit on us, but I think you're going a bit over the top at the moment. No, dude, the anger that I have for Brit imaginable. The only thing that's like decent and edible is beef Wellington. Okay, that's it. Everything else absolutely fucking sucks. To be fair, I don't eat fish and chips, so I can't speak on that. But like, I'm telling you, other than beef Wellington, nothing works, okay? Nothing fucking works. And even a beef Wellington is like, chicken pot pie is a form of beef Wellington without the beef. For me, it's like, shepherd's pie. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. You are literally describing other forms of putting fucking meat inside of a goddamn pie. That's it. One trick pony ass motherfuckers out here. You are literally describing other forms of the same thing. I'm an Italian living in Britain. End of sad story. I mean, there's guys, come on. Like, England in general has banger fucking non-British food. So you'll find something to eat. I don't know if you're joking, but this woman has a northern accent. So from the poor region of the UK, her lack of food knowledge highlights her poor education. And so her diet suffers and her energy is poor, further compounding her issues. This is a class issue that she's suffering from. You're instead taking a base path of being bigoted and ignorant. Right, I am. Suck your da.
Just tell me a bit more about it.
When I was at school, I never felt as though I ever achieved anything. It was either very good academic achievement or very good sporting achievement that got you credit while you were at school, and because I didn't excel in either of those, I always felt as though I wasn't valued while I was at school. And I think teachers had the favourites, and that wasn't fair.
Just give me a few adjectives to describe the nature of school.
Frustrating.
Frustrating.
Annoying. I used to get really, really angry with it. It was unpleasant. They're all negative and very strong feelings.
Strong negative feelings, yeah? What about meal times? Do you have any memories?
You used to sit at little tables and they'd give the cups and stuff out, and they used to have the bucket at the end of the table that all the slops went into. And I can remember being...
Yes, I've had a Sunday roast, okay? I have.
...repulsed by that. And I can remember sitting at the dinner table and just not eating it, and there was no way they were going to make me.
And rejecting those foods associated with school.
Literally, Nando's clears Sunday roast. Nando's, which is like readily available fast food, and it fucking straight up clears it. Why? Because it actually has spices in it. It has seasoning in it. That's it. And Nando's isn't even the best form of this product, okay?
In effect, you're also rejecting everything that school had come to stand for in your head, which sounds quite powerful, actually, now you talk about it. I mean, the tone of it seems really quite strong. And I can understand, in the light of what you've been telling me, why you might choose not to take into your body and make part of yourself anything that this place was serving up. Good feelings are all organised around the foods.
Don't come to the UK tomorrow. What are you going to do? Fucking give me a shanking, a proper chefing lad? I'm American, yeah? Don't come to the UK tomorrow, lad. Give you the fucking Yorkshire smile in it. Birmingham style chefing. Broomy chefing for you. I'll fucking glass you, mate. I'll fucking glass you.
Are familiar for you and are associated with the comfort that comes from home. Foods at school perhaps become symbolic for you in some way of a whole bunch of really quite powerful negative feelings. I'm really quite...
So mocking her class position is permissible because... say it. Yes, she's fucking British, so I'm making fun of her for being British, all right? I've been in the fucking poorer parts of England, and I've been in the fucking wealthy parts of England, and the fucking English eat like dog shit in both of the fucking parts of England, mate. You better be trying to fucking serve an outbreak right now. You better be. You better be talking about the Northern English and how they don't have £5 to serve to avoid seeing a fucking heads at the top of the hour. Brexit fucking means Brexit, lad. Do it. Do it. Fucking hell. Little bro thinks he's from Essex. That's the C-word guy from yesterday. I love these guys, man. There's perhaps no better way to lose the argument than to like publicly associate yourself with defending English people, because everywhere, even other English people will be like, shut the fuck up, dude. Even other English people will be like, no, we deserve it. Fuck you. There is no person, there's no quicker way to lose the argument than to try and defend British cuisine. That's it. Your ass is mixing up all the English-speaking countries' accents. Oh, for sure. I know that. I'm doing that deliberately, though. I'm demonstrating that I'm able to. I'm demonstrating that I'm able to do all of the different accents. Pull up traditional British food right now. Look at the food that matches their weather. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be British to say it, basically. No, because 13 colony lead and blowing it means that the entire world can always make fun of it. Okay? And perhaps the worst aspect of English history is the creation of the United States of America, which can be seen as a continuation of that very same empire. Okay? Imagine blowing a 13 colony lead, colonizing the fucking planet for spices, never using the spices in your own goddamn cuisine, okay? And then also sending a bunch of your worst prisoners and, bourgeois slave owners over to fucking settler colonies in both Australia that does its own indigenous genocide and also America that does its own indigenous genocide, and then literally continues the tradition of chattel slavery long after even England's like, man, maybe this is not the best, mate. Right? Fighting a war with your settler colony, losing that fucking war, and then being dominated by your former settler colony for the rest of your life. I mean, that's history book L's, okay? An entire history book worth of L's. Making fun of that, is pretty valid. There's no way in which you could be like, that's really fucked up. Now, of course, if we're talking about like actual British politics all day, every day, fuck the Tories, fuck the current Labour Party as well, but definitely motherfuck the Tories, obviously. We talk about that kind of shit all the goddamn time. But currently, we're having a conversation about British cuisine. You will never be able to win favors with anybody else around the world when trying to defend British cuisine.
Intrigued by the anger and the frustration that Kate's just revealed.
Sorry, your British friends hate you. They got excellent food. Your views are deeply American, you Turk. Wait, what? I don't even know what you just said. You just like hit every different avenue there.
It seems that there are times in her childhood where she really felt quite miserable and quite left out. And that, in combination with her reaction to the smell of school dinners, seems to have resulted in her rejecting anything she ate away from home. Her perspective now is really quite skewed, and I try and get Kate to recognise just how distorted her perceptions have become.
Having shed some clarity on the emotional roots of her problem, Kate's in a defiant mood.
I think that it definitely stems back to primary school. Like, if at my age I've still got these really strong feelings that I hate it, then it must have come from there. And I don't want primary school to get the better of me. And, if that's where the root cause of this issue lies, then I'm more determined to get over it.
The next day, and with renewed vigour, Kate attacks Natalie's next challenge.
You need to learn that fruit you enjoy whole can also taste nice in different form. Such enthusiasm, ladies. So we're going to go for stewed apples. Right, according to the recipe, 4 to 5 minutes and that's done. It's just
by the way, I forgot to serve the top of the hour handbrake after doing a fucking debate so quick, so nice with it, and I forgot I did it anyway. Here's the 3-minute handbrake now.
Oh, look of it.
I like that they're just like automatic British moment. Just boil it, mate. Fucking make mushy apples.
Even the smell, it's stupid. I like cinnamon, I like nutmeg, but the smell's making me feel sick.
You'll be fine with it. It's not gonna kill you.
It just seems so stupid. The kids are in there giving it a go and I just can't put it in my mouth. I'm just repulsed by it. Oh. And it's stupid, and I know it is, but I just can't do it.
Once the girls have had their fill of stewed apples, Kate gives the slop another go.
Look at this shit. Why would we not commiserate that a short education and circumstances had left her to steer beans in the unseasoned mash? If George Orwell did a chapter on her, you'd have your gasm face on. We literally eat your slop when you twat it out of our gourds to fill our bellies, bro. What are you fucking saying, lad? You're having an episode? Take your fucking meds, slut. Take your fucking meds, son.
Go.
It just looks like someone's thrown up in the bowl.
Yeah, it does. You made it.
I can't.
You made it that way. Because, once again, the British people have one speed when it comes to food. I swear to God. It is just mushy peas. Make everything in the mushy fucking peas, lad.
I can't even get close to it. It's absolutely vile. I can't put it in my mouth. And why does a bowl of food do that to me? It's ridiculous.
Bro, give this woman a doner kebab, bro. What the fuck is happening? Okay? Give this woman any Indian food. What is happening? What is going on? Just like, I cannot comprehend a world where someone literally looks at a doner kebab for the first time ever in their entire life and goes, I won't have that. One bite and she's done. She's fixed. One fucking bite, dude. One bite. Tikka masala. That's like the British version. It's pretty fire. It's pretty bomb. I just don't get it. Give her a taco? No, you can't give her a taco because there are no Mexicans in England, unfortunately. There's like 3, and they went viral on TikTok for even existing in England. So England is 100% not a part of the global Latina belt, okay? Oh, they're doing this for Max Drama for money.
It doesn't make sense. It's pathetic.
With Kate having hit an emotional brick wall, Stephen's next session could not come sooner. Aware that her childhood feelings have been clouding her outlook, he wants Kate to see the bigger picture when it comes to food.
Like, everyone in the chat is like, oh no, it's trauma. It's an association with past trauma. No, dude. I think the traumatic thing is just British cuisine. I'm not even kidding. Like, if she has yet to take one step away from like other British foods. Just literally eat a doner kebab. Eat any Indian food. Okay? I swear to God, just any spices. Literally any spices. Put some spices in your fucking food. It doesn't make any sense. Literally eat anything. It's like, it's almost positively American to try to fucking look at a problem and then give more of the problem instead of addressing the symptoms and instead of addressing the causes and then fixing it. They're literally going in the most American way possible. Here is more of the same problem for you. That's it. I have yet to see her eat one fucking thing that is actually edible. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just pissing me off right now.
He's arranged to meet her at the local flea market.
What Kate tends to focus in on when she approaches a new food is its moisture content, and she will ignore every other bit of information about the food concerned. I wanted to understand that what she's perceiving is not what's there, but what she's interpreting.
Stephen's devised a special activity to illustrate his theory.
Typical treatment for women, just deal with it. No, dude, you're missing the point. Okay? Eat anything that is not British, please, for the love of Christ and all things holy, for the Anglo-Saxon Protestant God, please eat something that is not British cuisine. Eat something that is not mushy peas, but in a different format. Please, please put some spices in there. What the fuck are we doing?
We'll try these on for size. Right now, I'm aware that your vision is pretty restricted now, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to
have her eat one fried chicken. That's it. That's all I ask, please.
take you round a few of the stalls here. We're going to examine certain objects.
Okay.
And I'm going to see how much you can tell me about them with the limited information you have that's going into your brain at the moment. Okay, take my arm. Okay. All right, I'm going over here first. I just want you to just stand there. Right, so here we go. You tell me what that is.
I can't see anything.
Describe what I'm holding.
A money box.
I'm going to let you touch part of the object. Got any idea what this might be?
It looks like a feather.
Okay. Got a new object in my hand. I'm going to bring it close. Tell me when you can see I've got something.
It's a big, long, orange, yellow thing.
Uh-huh. Tell me more about it.
It looks tubular, like a candle or something like that.
If I let you touch it, one finger. What do you think it is now?
Or it could be a washing line rolled up.
All right. What made you think it could be a washing line?
Because of the feel of it.
All right, so you got a lot more information, and that totally shifted your perception of the object away from being a candle, potentially, to something very different, like a washing line.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take the glasses off and see how far you get hanging your clothes up on that? Just with the information that came to you through touching it, in your head, it became potentially a very different object, didn't it? So some kind of transformation took place. Do you see how that might apply?
When I see food, I'm not getting the full picture. I'm just seeing it and having that response to it. However, when I cook food, I made some stewed apples with the girls. I knew exactly what was going in it and I could see the point of it. I liked the taste of apple, yet I couldn't bring myself to taste it at the end, even though I was well aware of what I'd put into the pan.
This is partly a matter of practice and really continuing to talk yourself through.
Bro, I'm banning you. Lydia Violet is my favorite. Ashley seems great, but if I had to choose to be Lydia Violet, please don't sleep with her. I'm sincerely worried that HasanAbi wants to sleep with her or anyone in that matter. I want her all to myself. Chatter, here's a ban for you. Okay? You need to get your medication. Okay? This is a reminder. You need to take your medication. Okay? Go to your medicine cabinet and take your medication right now.
Through so that those unconscious perceptions, which are very powerful, don't kick in. You've got to ground it all the time in observation, in your knowledge of the facts about what's there. And I believe you could. I guess it's a question of how long that would take for you. And I guess that's something that you need to keep working at.
Within a few hours, Stephen's theories about Kate's negative perception of unfamiliar food seem to have struck a chord.
At the time, I thought it's all right, but I didn't think it would make any huge impact. But then after the session, and, you know, I thought about it, and he's absolutely right. The pieces of the jigsaw were kind of fitting into place and it all was all starting to make sense. And since then, my attitude towards the food I've got to try has been far more positive.
Kate is now into her third week with the experts. Raw fruit and veg are going down a treat, but while she does her best to try hot and sloppy dishes, every meal is a struggle for her.
She has faced a lot of difficulties because she knows that she doesn't like certain things and certain textures, but she's been trying, but I think she's been doing really well.
And she's not cheated.
Despite her hard work, Kate's chances of eating a restaurant meal look slimmer than spaghetti. Aware that the Venetian holiday is only 10 days away, Natalie and Stephen meet up to plan a new strategy.
Had an interesting time with Kate at the marketplace. We did an exercise which I think really did start to bring home the point for her that the way she currently sees food, you know, is quite distorted. I think it helped her, and I think it will start to kind of, you know, change her relationship with food. But my concern is that it's too little too late. She's got this final challenge coming up really soon now.
I think that's the thing. There is a danger that Kate will get to Venice and she won't really have a great deal of success, and that will knock her confidence, and then she won't take any of this forward. Really, I need to be building on what you've been doing and actually be helping her very consciously in the direction of the challenge, and therefore have her building towards being able to succeed at a meal out in Venice.
I thank God every day that I wasn't born in England. Oh my God, dude. Chat, remember that. Things could be so much worse.
So Natalie heads to Manchester and persuades Kate to visit a well-known Italian restaurant. She wants to try out some of Stephen's techniques to demystify unfamiliar foods.
Also, here's the other part of this problem. Why the fuck are you going? Like, how is there a problem with a cheese addiction if you're going to Italy? You're going to the land of cheese. Like, how would that ever be an issue for you? Because, like, remember, she has a cheese addiction, and she's like, oh, I can't travel. I can't go on holiday because of my cheese addiction, because I can only eat cheese. It's like, okay, you're going to Italy. What the fuck? That's like 98% of their entire cuisine is just cheese. And various different delivery mechanisms for cheese.
Right, Kate, so you can see where we are. What's that nervous grin?
I think food might be involved.
Really? The thing is that your goal is to be able to go on holiday to Italy and choose something from the menu and enjoy a meal. And the purpose of today is for you to get a bit more of a feel about Italian food, getting a bit excited about it. So why don't we just go and meet the chef then?
Okay.
Head chef Steve Hildebrand has been lined up by Natalie to demonstrate to Kate that the pasta she's terrified of is actually made up of ingredients she's already conquered.
You're going to incorporate all the flour into the egg.
This is you making your own food.
What we're going to do now is going to feed this through the pasta machine.
I've done this.
Is good.
And then all I do is feed it through the other side of the machine.
I've done this.
That was good fun.
I've done this. Man.
So I think there's only one thing left to do with that.
Did she go to Italy to fucking find the only British chef? Like, what's happening here? Or is she still in... Is she still in England?
Up until now, Kate's never managed to swallow anything that involves a tomato-based sauce.
Come on.
It doesn't look very appetizing. No disrespect. To me, it doesn't look very appetizing.
Why?
Because it's all sloppy.
Why don't you try just a little bit of the pancetta?
That's okay.
So how about a piece of pancetta and a piece of pasta? Fairly decent bit of pasta, let me see. Come on, not 1 cubic millimetre. How about that, with a bit of pancetta on it? Just taste the ham, taste the pancetta.
My mouth is tingling now, and it is quite pleasant. It's a really nice feeling I've got in my mouth. That's fab.
I'd suspect that that's the largest combination of flavours and ingredients you've ever tasted in one go.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Wow. I think Kate has reached.
I believe a lot of the chatters owe me an apology. I could have solved this shit for her in literally under 5 seconds. Okay? Not most of the chatters were on my side on this, but there were definitely some very loud naysayers in the chat. It's insane. It took her literally just a little bit of seasoning, some garlic for her to just fix the problem immediately, okay?
A whole other level with food. So working on her interest with food and getting her really inspired by the ingredients, what's going into it, making it herself, especially...
I cannot believe that her mushy peas version of like boiled fucking vegetables didn't fix her food sensory issues or whatever the fuck. Turns out the trauma was born out of her being British. That's it.
Especially the pasta making has completely changed her perspective in one afternoon, just like that. She can really see that she could start to get excited about making and eating food.
Back at home, Kate's feeling just as optimistic.
When I first walked in and realised it was an Italian restaurant, my hands were sweating. But once I saw the ingredients and I recognised them all, on their own they weren't scary, and it meant the dish wasn't as frightening at the end. And I think that that has motivated me at home and to get the girls more involved, because if I can get them making a dish with ingredients that they're comfortable with, then hopefully they'll be more prepared to have a go at the end product as well.
Natalie has asked Kate and the girls to try making food fun by cooking their own Italian recipes every day leading up to their holiday challenge.
Uh-oh, danger. She's back to her usual ways, though. She has to be monitored actively, okay? Because I feel like she's gonna make this, she's gonna fuck this up again, and then be like, I don't get it. I don't like it.
Not everyone's feeling inspired.
It looks minging now. It smells minging.
It looks
I've not tried it before, and
It's fucking minging. Be enjoying this. This is supposed to be having fun with food, girl.
I'm having fun making it. I've had a gas mask.
There we go. I'm going brave, girls. Any peppers, anybody? Good girl. Is that all you're having on yours, Georgia?
I need to put more cheese on it to decontaminate.
It's insane, dude. What is wrong? Dude, what is wrong with British people, bro? They literally think Lunchables is fucked up. Like, think about that. We eat that shit with lead, bro. Here in America, we eat that shit with motherfucking lead. That's how much we ride for that. She's over here as a child shitting on Lunchables. That's crazy, man. Oh.
Hey, I bet mine's gorgeous. Just think how much flavour mine's going to have.
That looks terrible.
I could go and live in Naples making pizzas like that. George's. Are you eating the bits with tomato on?
I will try it, because if it tastes anything like tomato ketchup, it'll be minging.
It's not minging, it's just different.
Differently minging.
A few weeks ago, there's no way I'd have eaten a pizza with tomato on. Whereas now, it was strange, but it didn't make me feel sick because I was thinking positively about it, which is great. So do you think if we went away, you'd be able to ask for a pizza with a little bit of tomato on?
It's fucking
well
minging.
done, Meg. What about you on holiday? What do you think you're going to be doing?
I think I'd still ask for it without. Sorry, Mum.
It's okay. You've got nothing to apologise for. You tried your best, darling.
Today, Kate and her family are jetting off to Italy. As her final challenge of a pasta meal looms, Kate puts on a brave face.
I'm feeling really excited about going on holiday. I can't wait. And I'm just trying not to think about the food bit till I get there, because I've got so much else to think about while I'm packing. I haven't got time to panic about anything.
It's just odd because like pizza is probably one of the, like pizza is the closest you can arrive at like universally accepted food. Like it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like it's just carbs and fat. Like there isn't even protein in there. There's nothing complex about it. It's just bread with a little bit of zhuzh. And she's having a hard time with this? Like, what the fuck?
Anything else?
I'm sure you've been asked a lot, but have you seen Baby Reindeer? I couldn't watch Baby Reindeer. I never talked about it on stream, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Baby Reindeer, and it was, I think, too traumatic for me to watch because I lived that life without egging it on like the fucking dumbass was every day of the week. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm genuinely shocked that other Twitch streamers like Pokemon was talking about like promoting it and stuff. And she's like, oh, it's great. Like, I loved it. And I'm like, how the fuck? I genuinely don't understand how she watched that. Let's not call him a dumbass if you haven't watched the whole thing, lol. I mean, I watched the first 2 episodes where he's like personally egging on the stalker and like feeding into it. I don't understand how people personally are able to. I genuinely don't understand how people, especially people with like real stalkers and shit, are able to watch that. Him feeding into it and being a dumbass is a big part of the show, lol. Victim blaming? I mean, no, he's definitely a victim. I'm saying that, like, I can't even comprehend it because I personally don't egg it on, and I still have 1,000 Baby Reindeer type stalkers. You know what I mean? I do everything I can to avoid having those stalkers, and he watching it play out, it made me feel like, it made me so mad. I was like, what are you doing? But also the aspects, like the stalking aspects, actually made it unwatchable for me personally. I'm sure that it's like, I guess it's clearly not as traumatizing for others who also have it. That's not true. Don't lie, lol. Chatter. I promise you. I promise you that is not a lie. Okay? Your content itself caused it because you speak about leftist issues? Wait, what? God damn, I should have never even said nothing about it. This is why I didn't even want to fucking talk about it, dude. Holy shit. Like, the rape aspect made it unwatchable for me. I didn't even realize that there was a rape aspect to it. Like I said, I only watched the first 2 episodes, I think, and I couldn't watch it. I literally, like, he obviously doesn't deserve it either, for the record. Of course not. That's why I'm saying it's like, it was too traumatic. And it was also frustrating on top of it being, not only was it traumatic, but it was also frustrating on top of it because he was doing all of the wrong things personally. That frustrated me even further. And I think like an aspect of the show literally is him coming to the recognition that he fed into it personally by like egging on the stalker and recognizing that it's not, recognizing that it was probably not the best idea. Even after finding out that she was a literally mentally unwell stalker with a previous charge, with a previous sentence. Bro, you are way off on what the show is about. That's only a fraction of the show. Well, I'm admitting that I only watched the first 2 episodes, 2.5 episodes, I think. Oh, regardless. That apparently was not true. She never got charged. How does he egg it on? He literally communicates with her over and over again. And leans into it, at least in the first couple of episodes. He leans into it because he likes the attention that he is getting. After the first 2 episodes, the show takes a turn. Really? Are you aware of what's going on with Israel? No, what's going on with Israel? Okay, I'll bite. What's Israel? For the log, all I meant to say is that you will always have rabid haters because of your political nature of your content. It would stop if you quit streaming in public life, but that doesn't mean you... First of all, no, it wouldn't. And you're wrong. I don't know why you're trying to have this conversation with me as though you know what these circumstances look like when I deliberately don't talk about it as an effort to not, inspire more of it. So you're wrong. We should stop talking about this altogether. It's one of the first instances. It is genuinely one of the first instances where I was like, damn, I can't watch this shit. It's too much. And in order to clarify personally, I wasn't saying he's asking for it. I would never say that. I don't think he was asking for it. But it was also additionally frustrating to see him literally go through the steps of what not to do in a situation like that. As someone with a lot of experience in that field of being stalked for years and years on end, it is unimaginable to do all of the fucking wrong things in that situation, which made it also extra frustrating on top of it being somewhat traumatizing. I'm talking about baby reindeer. The show's own synopsis says about 2 mentally ill individuals who make the wrong decision, so it's not supposed to be portrayed as the right decision. I'm sure that's what made it frustrating from your end, yeah.
The floating city of Venice is home to some of Italy's finest restaurants, as well as its famous canals and gondolas.
When we came out, I was feeling really confident about the meals while we were out here. But then, of course, when you arrive and the strange smells and the look of everything, so now I'm not quite as confident as I was when we flew out yesterday.
It's the evening of the big meal, and Kate and the family have chosen a canal-side restaurant, safe in the knowledge there's pizza on the menu.
I do think that I will try new things because I promised Mum that if she did, then I will. But I'm just hoping it's not too strange because at the places we're going, the food can be a bit ethnic.
Tonight, Kate hopes to set a good example by ordering pasta, 1,000,000 miles away from cheese for her palate.
I'm really
1,000,000 miles away from cheese for her palate, while 1,000,000 times closer to cheese in her palate.
really struggling.
Also, ethnic food, Italian food being considered ethnic food. Oh my God, these people are too white.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
With everyone looking for edible dishes, the waiter brings bad news. Pizza's off the menu.
Sorry, sweetheart.
Could you have some plain pasta, Julie?
Spaghetti steak.
I can get you some plain fried chicken and chips.
I've tried every type of
People might get mad at me for saying this, but one of the things that also shocked me about Italian cuisine that I didn't know, like the OG Italian cuisine when I went to Italy and had it, was also the noticeable lack of like a lot of garlic and a lot of spices as well. For the record. Italian food in Italy is much blander than Italian food outside of Italy. It's still great, for the record. It is. But Italians, I fear, or I feel like Italians don't use as much of the spices and even garlic, as a matter of fact, which they still do, but never to the same degree as like Italian food outside of Italy. Maybe it's different in like Sicily, but the places I went to in Italy, didn't you say the bread sucked? Yes, but that was specifically for where the fuck did I go? Oh my God, I'm forgetting everything now. Firenze, exactly, Florence. The bread sucked in Florence, and even people in Florence themselves personally admit their bread sucks. It is deliberately bland. Not the bread that you use in the sandwiches, because those fucking those sandwiches are incredible, but like regular table bread. No, regular table bread is like deliberately unsalted, and it fucking sucks. Due to some like 500-year-old beef that they have with another Italian city. They cope and claim that it is because, like, you know, it'll really, that way you get to amplify the taste of other stuff, but the origin of pane toscano's lack of salt is often attributed to historical conflicts and economic factors. One popular story suggests that during the medieval period, a salt tax or conflict between Pisa and Florence led to the scarcity of salt. Yes, this is what they told me. Prompting Florentine bakers to make bread without it. Yeah. It's insane. Europe is so funny. It's like having 700-year-old beef with like the town over, you know? That's why England is hilarious when you think about it. It's like different zip codes have like different accents, and you can barely understand what the fuck one is saying over the other. I heard that food in Italy is more about good ingredients and simplicity. Yes.
Chicken on every holiday we've been on. It's minging.
Yeah. It's your choice.
Foreign people, they always put spices and stuff on.
Okay, you're just going to have some chips, sweetheart. All right, darling. Can I have the spaghetti with meat sauce? Thank you.
Please have spaghetti bolognese.
Italian pizza is inferior to American pizza. 100%. I agree with that. It's pure cope for people saying the opposite. Like, Italian pasta is phenomenal, incredible, better than any other pasta I've ever had. Italian pizza, literally worse than American pizza. And no, I'm not talking about fucking Domino's. I'm talking about New York City. Okay? New York City pizza is the final form of pizza.
Bolognese with the meat sauce.
Can I have French fries, please?
Grazie.
I've had chips because it's the only thing I'll eat. But if I get chicken, it'll probably dip in something like bear's blood or something.
Like it, Mum? No, that's disgusting.
What? I'm wiping my mouth.
You're doing great.
Hey, well done, sweetheart. though I've only had about 3 mouthfuls of it, I'm really proud of myself because I retched on the first mouthful, but I kept on going. So to keep on going through that, for me, is a real bonus.
Cheers.
I'm American. What is New York City pizza different from the Italian one? For me, pizza from Roma is in its own league. Yeah, it's in the fucking D League in comparison to the goddamn NBA, okay? Yeah. Pizza from Rome is literally D League pizza, okay? It's fucking F tier pizza. Get the hell out of here, dude. Rome pizza especially. Like, if you were to say, like, Neapolitan pizza is the best, or whatever the fuck. Oh my God, focaccia clears dog, any American pizza. Focaccia is just good bread. What are we talking about? It's called G League now, sorry. Right, go to Napoli. Talk about a pizza in Napoli, maybe. But a Roma pizza is famously bad. What the fuck are you saying? You are NOT Hasan, all the ingredients are better in Italy. Oh my Lord. There is no argument that obviously Italian ingredients are better, okay? I am not making that argument at all. You are wrong. You are misunderstanding my point, okay? Holy shit. Even with fresher ingredients, better ingredients, like a better flavor profile overall is supposed to happen, but due to the lack of, I guess, seasoning and garlic, like not using an adequate amount of garlic. Italians literally look at Americans and go, oh, everything that you do is too much garlic. It's too much garlic. It's like, no, dude, it fucking tastes better. It literally tastes better because of it. What? JPEG last time share. People cope so fucking hard and try to act like I'm also talking about like Papa John's or Domino's pizza or something when I say American pizza, when that's not what I'm talking about at all. The average pizza place, the average Italian-owned family restaurant that sells you literally like $2 slices now that Joe Brandon's American economy is destroying the American working class. Okay? It used to be $1 slice, now it's like $2.50, whatever. Okay? Like the average place in the tri-state area serves a better pizza than every single fucking Italian restaurant in Rome.
How are your chips, sweetheart?
They're nice, but they've got that foreign taste, you know that.
Natalie and Stephen may have had more than 3 mouthfuls in mind when they set the challenge, but tonight it's Kate who's setting the goals.
In the past, spaghetti bolognese has completely repulsed me. And even though the first couple of mouthfuls tonight I was retching on, kept thinking positive and I managed a couple more. You fancy pizza?
Some people having maybe several mouthfuls of a meal wouldn't be that great. But I think the fact that she's even been able to do that is extraordinary.
We're all a bit happier now because we know that Mum will try things on future holidays.
It's going to take some time to get used to, but hopefully in another 12 months, maybe 18 months, then I'll have cracked it.
One month later, and the experts are back to find out how the travellers have fared.
Pizza or plate of pasta, and we'll be delighted. Any more, and we'll be over the moon.
Anything slightly moist would be good.
A quick tour of the kitchen gives Natalie concrete proof of change.
Vegetables.
Yes.
Pepper. Onion.
Strawberries, grapes. And they're mine.
Are you going to be eating those?
Yes.
You have one now?
Yeah. aren't they lovely? They're nicer on the vine than off as well.
A few weeks ago, you wouldn't have even touched a tomato physically with your hands.
I know.
Now you're going, oh yes, I have to have them off the vine, and being all poncy about your tomatoes, which is great. I reckon that...
Can we shut down people saying that pizza in the tri-state area is all good? They cannot get away with this. They're not getting away with anything. It's just true. Okay? New York City and adjacent areas that have a higher density of, I guess, Italian immigrants originally have certain things that are significantly better. Okay? New York, New Jersey, maybe even certain parts of Connecticut have better subs. It's not even a question. Like better subs in sandwiches in general, unless we're talking about, like, I guess, hamburgers, if you want to consider that in a sandwich category. Okay? California hamburgers are incredible. New York still has plenty of great options for that as well, but California hamburgers across the board on average are pretty fucking phenomenal. And more importantly than that, obviously, Mexican food. SoCal Mexican food clears, okay? That's it. However, when it comes to pizza and also bagels, pizza and bagels, New York City is on top. Like a breakfast sandwich, bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, okay? You just cannot defeat a bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup from any New Jersey or New York establishment. California pizza, throughout the time that I have lived here, has greatly improved. When I first moved out here, there was not a single fucking place where you could have a decent slice of pizza in California. They have this thing out here, for those of you who've never been to California, they have this thing out here called California Pizza Kitchen. It's a trap, okay? You enter it, like those two words should never exist next to one another. California and pizza should never exist next to one another. If that entire institution fell apart, okay, the world would be a better place overall. It is so goddamn bad. It is so goddamn disgusting, okay? The fact that it exists outside of California is unimaginable to me. It is cruelty. I've often said pizza is incredible in general, okay? Even bad pizza is still pizza, so it's edible, except for California Pizza Kitchen, okay? California Pizza Kitchen does a disservice. Yeah, it's like saying New York enchiladas. Exactly. Chatters, can please someone help me fix my brain? I don't think these uncultured Brits deserve the experience of the cultures they visit when they literally don't appreciate them at all. I get this lady made progress on her issues, but she's brand broken her children for life. Not to mention health broken them too. Okay, bro, chill. Not that serious. They have CPK in the tri-state area now? How is that even possible? Are people just going there because they're fascinated with like dog shit pizza? We have Prince Street Pizza now in SoCal, so we the best. Yeah. Prince Street Pizza is obviously incredible. It exists in Los Angeles now, which is phenomenal. For me, at least, I love Prince Street Pizza. It's still better in New York, but, you know, I'll take it. We have Joe's as well, but it's not as good. There's a chain called Prime, unaffiliated with Logan Paul. But Prime Pizza here in Los Angeles is also pretty good. Like closest they can get to like a tri-state slice. But overall, millennial Italians try